WrestleMania
Yeah.
is on the horizon, and as late as SmackDown this evening, we got some pretty big changes to the card. Kiro, is this something you were expecting with Andrade being added to this match over Dragon Lee, or did this catch you completely out of left field?
Mr. El Idolo, the Cien Almas Andrade, the Giant, as I like to call him. It caught me completely by surprise because they've been running this angle with Andrade and Dominic and the Judgment Day in general, which I think the Judgment Day entirely will be going ahead and imploding at WrestleMania. Some, turmoil is going to happen there, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. But yeah, they were mixed up with the LWO, with so many just Mexican, Spanish wrestlers everywhere. I was like, what's going on? So they kind of threw this smoke bomb in a sense, like when it comes to the narrative. So I had no idea that this was coming. And I thought like they had Andrade out there with Zelina Vega, as opposed to her or opposed to him. And I thought like, oh, Andrade is going to be a heel. He's going to like stab the heart of Zelina. I thought that's what the WWE was going for. Like they were going to play with our emotions in that way. But no, suddenly at the very end of the match, I don't even know what happened and who won. I seriously don't remember. But man, a whole bunch of shenanigans was going on. Everything was chaos. And then one clothesline from Andrade. It was nice. Like it felt like all of a sudden, oh, okay, I see. I see why suddenly Dragon Lee is injured. Shame, by the way, he's going to miss
Shame.
his first
Big shame.
WrestleMania. Yeah, I don't think he's legit injured. Still, though, you know what I mean? Like, you were just there. Tomorrow was WrestleMania, and their match was at night one. So, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be sad for him. But he's young. He's got time. Andrade just been back. He's really not done anything ever since he's been back. Finally, this is that anything we've been waiting for. I like him. He had amazing matches with Rey Mysterio in the past. So, actually, I might be a little bit more interested in this match now because it's gotten a bit more story,
Yeah.
and I do wonder where it's gonna go. I sense some treachery coming from Carlito as well, so it's nice. It's just like the main event. Obviously, when you talk about the quality, it's way down, but in the sense, it's similar because there's just so many people that is related to this story that so much can happen, and that means another unexpected event might happen and shock us, and hey, that's what we watch wrestling for. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised, and I can easily say that this was the best like events of SmackDown. I don't think anything cooler than this happened, in my humble opinion. But it's crazy that the WWE changed this match literally one day before the pay-per-view. But what do you think about this, Kenny?
Man, I think it's tough. It's very tough. If Dragon Lee is not injured, like you said, tomorrow's WrestleMania. Hopefully, this guy
Yeah.
didn't tell his family, listen, I made it. I'm going to be in WrestleMania tomorrow night. And then he shows up at
Yeah.
SmackDown like, yeah, well, you know what? We changed our mind. We're actually going to put Andrade in the match instead. Hopefully, when this
Mhm.
angle started, he knew exactly where it was going. But this came out of left field for me as well because I thought Andrade was going to be like the new leader of the Judgment Day if Finn Balor does end up leaving.
Yeah.
But it looks like they might just break it up. Looks like everybody may go their separate ways, or they'll just keep it as is and have Rhea Ripley kind of with the Stooges. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
that's what it'll look like at that point. But Andrade, I think this is a good spot for him because he's just coming back from AEW where he was unhappy with his booking. He was unable to get big spots. Now he's right back in WWE getting this spot at WrestleMania. He's in there with a legend in Rey Mysterio. I thought Rey Mysterio was going to go in here and go one-on-one with Dominic at the end of the day, but it looks like they're going to do it in a tag team this year. But I think Dominic and his crew will get the win. But, I mean, that's kind of bad for Andrade. I don't know. Who do you think they would put over in this match?
I was thinking Dominic was going over because, we'll have the third match in the next WrestleMania, one-on-one Dominic and Rey Mysterio. That way, if Dominic won this year, they would have a reason to have the rubber match. But if Rey Mysterio wins now, his team wins now, it is a tag team match, so it muddies the waters. But hey, this is now 2-0, and 0 is Dominic. So how is he gonna say, I deserve this match? I guess the father and son ordeal would happen. But I do want to step back for a second and say I think the Judgment Day is going away because I think Damien is gonna maybe take a title, do something with the Money in the Bank. Finn Balor, like we don't even know if he's gonna sign or anything like that. Dominic, he obviously has this new group now. Hopefully they won't just ditch the whole LWO thing or the what's his face, Santos Escobar. Like after WrestleMania ends, suddenly I hope it doesn't go back to the default. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a group that should be established, that the WWE wants to establish. They want, young talent as well. So especially they care about Dominic as well because Mysterio name is a big name. So I think they're gonna win
Yeah.
based upon that. Dominic and his team is gonna win, and it'll be sad for Andrade. I want to go ahead and share some knowledge with you. We did think about it, like, wait, did Andrade ever have a wrestling match at WrestleMania? Apparently, the only time Andrade was on WrestleMania was for the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. I
Oh.
I think. I think so. He never really made it to WrestleMania, which is crazy to think about. Like he did some
Yeah.
access matches or whatever. So this is kind of the first WrestleMania for Andrade too. Like forget about Dragon Lee. So in that sense, Andrade is way older. So get him under the front of the line, give him his dream, and Dragon Lee can come back next year. But yeah, I do think Dominic, the Young Guns, are gonna win.
I was
But
just going
you
to
feel
ask.
differently?
Yeah, how
Yeah,
old is Andrade? He is 34 years old. So, yeah, he's still a young guy in his prime. So, I mean, he
very
still
much
has
so.
some time, but I think he can afford the
Yeah,
loss at WrestleMania because it would benefit Dominic and Santos Escobar a lot more because they seem like they've been trying to build those two up. So,
yeah.
I think, you know what, even if you spin it off and have Andrade feud with them afterwards, I think he'd be fine.
I just got an idea. I think Carlito might be a factor in this. I'm not sure actually. He's on the babyface side. Yeah, there you go. Turn Carlito heel,
Turn him heel.
backstab him, literally backstab Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Because he was like, wait, Andrade is your tag partner? Oh, okay, cool. I like it. I like it. I feel like he's going to say, why didn't you choose me? I was right here. There you go. I think that's exactly how
That's
they're
it.
going to pull this off.
Yeah, because he made a face, right? When they didn't choose him. When Ray
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
choose him, he made a.
Hopefully he brings back the apple. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
bring back the apple. He has to be a bad guy. Carlito's a natural heel. Some of these wrestlers are just natural heels, and good guy Carlito just isn't cutting it for me. So, yeah,
Cancel
I think he'll
Christmas.
definitely he'd be better off as a heel anyway. So Andrade coming out of
Sure.
here. Do you see any chance of him winning? I'm not going to say Intercontinental. I'm not going to say US because those, you know what, anybody can win those at this point. Do you think he can get to that
Damn.
point where he's a WWE champion or
He
world
has to
champion? Either
work.
one.
World champion, maybe. Maybe he'll have a run kind of like Shinsuke Nakamura with a bit better promos because he can speak a tiny bit more than Shinsuke. But that's the problem. The promos are the
Yep.
problem for Andrade. And as long as he doesn't solve that, like it worked in NXT, but I mean, come on. NXT was just kind of like AEW where you had a hardcore fan who knew what was going on and it was a lot more invested. Like you didn't have to like get their attention in an insane way. They were already along for the ride. So Andrade as a main champion worked in NXT. I just don't see it working in the main roster unless he gets a great manager. Maybe Zelina Vega and Andrade, become kind of like partners again, and that's how he can get over on the promos by just standing there looking cool, like slicking his
Yeah.
eyebrows and stuff like that while Selena does the talking.
I
Which,
don't
by
know,
the
man.
way,
I think he's got to get
uh,
on the horn and he's got to be able to pull it off. I mean, Santos Escobar can get in there and do it. So, I mean, if you're looking for that top, I don't know if they're Mexican, that top
I think
Latino
so.
representation,
Let's say
I think
Latino, yeah.
Santos Escobar is the one you go with out of those two.
We need Brian for that sort of
Yeah.
talk. Our resident professional Latino
Yeah.
professional, but yeah. I'm still hopeful. Like this is way better than I expected for what they've come up for Andrade to do. Like before this, we didn't even realize it was back. So
Yeah, right.
there's
Yeah.
potential for sure.
This feud seems like it was just kind of thrown together, but it's actually one of the matches I'm more excited about because remember Dominic Mysterio just popped out of nowhere and took the mask off.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh,
I'm
okay,
like,
well, guess
remember
this is where
me?
we're going. But yeah, they put it together. So sometimes you just got to give them time, let it build, and let them cook.
Mhm.
Anything else you got to put on this match before we get up out of here?
What happened after the match with the way Zelina hugged Andrade is kind of wild.
Wow, wow. I don't even think we spoke about that, but I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, whoa, hold up.
Charlotte is going to be, what do you call it? Enacting some natural selection back when Andrade goes to backstage. In fact, she might have even done it already. That's, yeah.
Oh,
Whew,
you know
good
what?
luck.
I wasn't even thinking Charlotte. I'm thinking Malachi Black. I forgot about Charlotte.
Oh my
So they're
God.
both just going crazy.
Yeah. Next week, Charlotte goes to AEW and
Yeah.
there we
Oh, they'll
go.
go get some payback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
man.
not.
Crazy situations, crazy times. Let us know what y'all think about this match in the comment section. And are y'all excited about it? Don't forget to drop a like on the video and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And kiss that ring that's coming very soon.